Hello everyone, my name is Carlo Ojed. I'm an emergency medicine physician, and in this video I'm going to talk about how I got canned. So in social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it's always about the best of people. What is called the highlight reels, the new car, the new job, the good news, the cool procedure that went well, and it rarely is about the patient's case who went bad or the job that I lost or something like that. So I want to be real with you all, and I want to tell you about something because it is part of my life. It's my channel. I want to share with you what an emergency medicine doctor goes through and the experience that he goes through, so that you can relate better to what we emergency medicine doctors and myself go through. This jacket actually says medical director. That's one of my two jobs. I work as an emergency physician covering shifts, seeing patients. That's clinical hours. But I was also the medical director of this facility hospital. As a medical director, you supervise the other physicians' performance by doing audits of chart review. You deal with patient complaints and you have to call the patient back. You have to try to minimize the damage, and tell patient you're going to fix things. Of course, go back to the doctor, talk to them about the complaint. You have to review for outcomes, so sepsis treatment, it was adequate. Patients who had a stroke or a heart attack, make sure every medication that had to be given was given timely and promptly. You deal with improvements in the department as a whole. How can we get the patient seen quicker, more efficiently? How long does this doctor take to do that or do the other thing? And especially the hospital I work for is part of a big hospital system that measures metrics and numbers. So the minutes it takes to put the orders in the computer, the minutes it takes to get the result back, the minutes it takes for that physician to make a decision to either admit or discharge the patient. I've been doing this work for 5 years, and before that I took a little break because I was done with it for a while, and I'd done it in another hospital for about 2 years. So it is very taxing because even though you're off clinically, you're never off as an administrator, as a medical director. You always carry all these complaints about other physicians on yourself because ultimately it's your emergency department, and if you take any pride on anything you do, it's also a complaint against you then if you don't fix it. Of course, dealing with people is hard, but dealing with doctors, even harder. How do you tell a doctor with more experience and more years than you that you didn't do this right, or you could have done it better, or that my opinion is that you should have done this or that when their opinion is different? It's a very hard job to do, but I like doing it. I actually enjoyed the process, even though it led to a lot of extra mental stress. Well, until about 2 weeks ago, without much notice, they called me and they asked me to resign the position. Honestly, I think it was overdue. If I want to be true to myself, I wasn't given 100% as a medical director. I wasn't given 100% at home. I was trying to manage the two and try to do the best in both. And as you know, if you follow my channel, if you've seen me before, my wife had encephalitis 2 years ago and she's still in recovery. And at home, the stress level, the amount of work I have to put into relationships, to me interacting with my wife and my kids and doing homework and doing paperwork and doing food or helping with this or that is even more so than the work I do at work. So my level of stress was like out there and I was down here. So 2 weeks ago, they asked me to resign my position. I'm still serving as the medical director, as I transition out, and I want to do a good job and exit out and leave everything in order, because ultimately I'm very proud of my emergency department. I'm very proud of the overall job I did, even though I kind of was a little lax at the very end. I wasn't putting my full my full attention to my videos, my patient education stuff, my blogs. I wasn't putting my full attention at home. I wasn't putting my full attention as a medical director. I had too much going on. And honestly, if this was happened a year ago this time, I'd be in serious trouble. I would have to be looking for a new job as a medical director somewhere else to replace the income that I'll be losing because of this. But things that a year ago I took Financial Peace University. I took it so seriously, and we went through step one and baby step two of the Dave Ramsey pathway. I paid all my unsecured debt. We were down to the budget, that we were kind of like eliminating extras, eliminating things that we don't really need, excess that we don't need, living with contentment, living happy with the things we have and not having to buy stuff and more and more and more. If I wouldn't have done that, I'd be in a really dark place right now. But because we did that, did my numbers, I just have to work a couple extra shifts to make up. I'll work this many days. I'll probably end up working 15 days a month clinically. That's 10-hour shifts, 150 hours, and 15 days off. Now, as a medical director, I only work 10 shifts, or was supposed to only work 10 shifts a month, but my mind was working always. I had meetings in the middle of the day. I had this phone call. I had this meeting in Vegas, had to go for 3 days, this other meeting here to go to, and now I won't have any of that. So my mind will be so much more relaxed. I can do my job, I can see my patients, do my charts, and be done. So I am excited about it, but I'm not going to lie. My ego is bruised. I'm hurt. I really thought I was doing a good enough job. I wasn't doing excellent. And like the Bible says, in everything you do as best you can as unto the Lord. I wasn't doing that. So for that, I'm at peace. I'll take a break. Hey, maybe the opportunity will open up and I'll do it again in 5 more years when I'm relaxed and I haven't done it for a while. I'll have a new sense of purpose, maybe some new ideas, and I'll be able to do a better job. So the point of this video is not to rant, not to complain. Actually, the opposite, to say that God had his hand throughout, that he was preparing me to this moment so I wouldn't be in trouble. So I've been trying to pay off debt. I was working so many extra shifts that I let all the things go down. Now I'm going to have this extra time that I can really dedicate and do to other things, like I'm leading the Financial Peace University at church on Wednesdays. Like right now I'm about to take my son to his jiu-jitsu class and sit there and watch him do it. Saturday there's going to be all kinds of activities, from a basketball game, upward basketball, and then there's a meet competition for swim, and I'll be able to be there present physically but also mentally with my kids and my family. So for that, I'm actually grateful. And I'm grateful to you all for watching this video all the way through, and I appreciate what I already know is going to be supportive comments from you all. Again, comment, like, share. Let me know what I can do in my future videos. Do you like this kind of sincere opening up to you? I know I am due for a wife update. I'm sorry about that. That'll come really soon. And so I got to do that soon and tell you how she's doing and how am I doing, how we're doing as a couple, how our family's doing. I really need to do that, and I haven't, so I'm sorry about all that. But let me know what you want to see this year. I actually thought of doing like not a daily blog, because that's almost impossible with my busy lifestyle, but I was thinking of doing one blog per shift, kind of doing a quick summary of that shift, how it went, what's the most significant case, maybe there wasn't a significant case, what did I learn that day, what did I not learn, what did I, something like that. Not have a lot of footage, because it would have maybe a picture here or there, but mostly talking to you about what is the life of an emergency medicine doctor working a clinical shift or whatever. On the other hand, even though I'm no longer medical director of an emergency department, I actually just started being medical director of a paramedic school program. So I'm going to be doing weekly or every 2 weeks teachings and scenarios for paramedics who are being trained right now to be released to serve the community. So I see a sense of purpose that I'm going to be sharing knowledge, and give me a chance to study what paramedics do, which I've never actually seen what they do so close, or have the opportunity to influence their knowledge, their practice, so that in turn can become better better medicine, better health being provided to the people being brought to the emergency department. So I'm really excited about that, because I love teaching, and this is awesome opportunity I'm doing in a local technical college. It's a small class of paramedics, but I'm really looking forward to that time spent in teaching and learning from them, making scenarios, doing clinical cases, going from the very basics to the more advanced stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Purchase Rest More. This product helps you get a good night's rest and has been specifically formulated for Dr. Carlo Aller. This dietary supplement combines tryptophan, melatonin, and valerian to ensure you quickly and safely enter deep sleep without feeling groggy the next day. It is particularly effective for people with rotating shifts and people with jet lag, as the melatonin helps reset your body's clock and normal sleep cycles. Available now using the eBay link in the description of the video and soon on the Amazon store.
Alright, I have had problems sleeping for years, like tossing and turning, waking up in the night, even falling asleep, like my brain just won't turn off. But I tried this for a month and it works great. I got a full night of sleep, wake up feeling nice and well rested, and now I can finally get to bed on time and have a full night of sleep.